Bobby?
Oh, yeah? Hey, gang. These guys is muscling in. Let's get them. Come on.
Hey, let's go, Sobby.
Bobby, these Rice Krispies are swell. Look, they float. Sure, and they're so crisp, it's noisy. Crisp to the last spoonful.
Newest miracle. Technicians in the Farnsworth, Philadelphia laboratories have helped to make television, the dazzling dream of the decade, a practical reality today. Mr. Philo T. Farnsworth, shown at the right, is working on the image dissector tube, a photoelectric invention that distinguishes his system of television from others. It is said to be responsible for the most clearly defined television pictures. Placed in the circuit of this receiving cathode tube, the round, flat surface of its bulb becomes the picture screen in studio monitor sets as well as in home receiving sets. The image dissector tube and the cathode oscillite tube are the heart and brain of the Farnsworth system. Television engineers are now adjusting studio to demonstrate the technical routine of broadcasting a television program. Max Factor Jr. has developed a new type makeup for television photography. The photoelectronic camera, being supersensitive to red, causes that color to be absorbed. Thus, red is applied to hollows and depressions of the face to eliminate heavy lines and also to produce highlights. While blue, which reproduces darkly, is used as eyeshadow. The facial makeup of the modern movie queen makes her a dream of loveliness, but the television star has the grotesque appearance of a circus clown. The new television makeup may give the camera a break, but the wearer's first view of herself is likely to break her heart, unless she has a sense of humor. In this camera is an image dissector tube. The camera lens picks up the artist as an image of light, causing electrodes in the dissector tube to emit electrons. Passing through station equipment, the electrons become radio impulses to be broadcast and picked up by receiving sets where the routine is reversed. The radio impulses becoming points of light that appear on the screen as pictures. 30 pictures are completed every second. These pictures are composed of 200,000 light points that strike the screen one at a time at the rate of 6 million points per second. Music and sound accompany the performer's action, both visible and audible elements going on the air in perfect synchronization. As the action is photographed from various angles, engineers at control boards select long shots and close-ups, editing the show as it passes instantly through the station's facility. Traveling with the speed of light through a maze of tubes and equipment, the show leaves the station's sending towers to be viewed by the television public, an audience as yet small and comparatively ignorant of the enormous research and experiment that makes it possible for us to see miles away. We can even see the announcer, although that annoying necessity is still protected by distance from the next act. While radio can portray the art of the ventriloquist, television makes it possible to witness the magician's sleight of hand for the first time. Silent, invisible, instantly, human speech, music, and appearance pervade the airways to magic boxes for distant reproduction. It may not be long before news events and current world happenings will be witnessed in thousands of homes. It may picture for those at home the work of far-off explorers, or it may reveal to military officials the details of distant maneuvers. The most fanciful dream of mankind is today a startling reality, destined to become the world's most popular science.
New horizons. In a restless search for new opportunities and new ways of living, the mystery and the promise of distant horizons always have called men forward. Created by the crossing of new horizons, new ways of living and new thinking have laid the foundation for most of what is good in life today, with the promise of more tomorrow. As distant families have become neighbors, and as people have constantly widened their viewpoints while multiplying the number of their contacts, more desires have developed to be satisfied. All of these conveniences and improvements, opportunities for employment of men, money, and thus the highways of social and commercial developments are except the imagination, vision of men who do new things. Engineers are always leading us higher, widening the trails, while our men of science are broadening all our mental avenues with new activities, activities based on modern pioneering into new fields of research. Men exploring and pioneering for all to follow, men endlessly something new along the roads of civilization in the great unknown expanses of applied scientific research. All the new highways of research and exploration have brought new raw materials, new combinations of raw materials, new and greater property of the soil, making more plentiful an ever-widening range of goods. Down from the farm, the mine, and the mill, progress on all the highways of human activity leads us for employment. An ever-widening range of goods made ever more plentiful. From north to south. Our greatest strides in providing more things for more people have been made at a time when the influence of new geographic frontiers was about over. Mentally and physically, we are progressing toward new horizons. To help us get a glimpse into the future of this unfinished world of ours, the New York World's Fair, a thought-provoking exhibit of the developments ahead of us, the greater and better world of tomorrow that we in America are building today, a vivid tribute to the American scheme of life, whereby individual effort, the freedom to think, and the will to do have given birth to a generation of men who always want new fields for greater accomplishment, always find new things for all others to enjoy. Come, let's travel into the future. What will we see? And now we have arrived in this wonder world of 1960, the World's Fair exhibit modeled with such artistry and skill that we must continually remind ourselves the world we are now seeing is a vision, an artistic conception which may undergo many changes as it develops into the great realities of tomorrow. And now we see an enlarged section of 1960s express motorway. Along the ledge of this beautiful traffic traffic moves at unreduced rates of speed. Safe distance between cars is maintained by automatic radio control. Curved sides assist the driver in keeping his car under all circumstances. The keynote of this motorway, safety. Safety with increased speed. Here is an American city replanned around a highly developed, modern traffic system. The parts of the city, continuity, proper placement. These areas are united into long green strips surrounding each community. Along the river, beautifully landscaped parks replace the outworn areas of an older day. An industrial docking basin, newly completed, takes care of all the shipping from the adjacent industrial area. On all express city thoroughfares, the rights of way have been so rooted to displace outmoded business sections and undesirable slum areas whenever possible. Man continually strives to replace the old with the new. A quarter of a mile high Papers Tower with convenient rest and recreational facilities for all. On many of the buildings, for helicopters and autogyros. Rich in sunshine is the city of 1960. Fine green parkways, recreational and civic centers. Modern and efficient city planning, breathtaking architecture, each city unit in itself. Here is an important intersection in the metropolis of 1960. Elevated sidewalks give a new measure of safety and convenience to pedestrians. They actually double the available width for traffic in the street. And so, we see some suggestion of the things to come. A world which, far from being finished, is hardly yet begun. A world with a future in which all of us are tremendously interested. Because that is where we are going to spend the rest of our lives. In a future which can be whatever we propose to make it. True, each of us may have different ideas as to what that future will be. But every forward outlook reminds us that all the highways and all communication, all the activities of science, lead to doing things with new opportunities for employment and better ways of living as we go on determined to unfold the concept of the world of tomorrow.
Tom, hurry.
Betty, where's your Uncle Pete?
Up toward Pine Gap, and they took Uncle with them.
Come on in the house quick. We'll get the boys together and we'll go after them. All right, Betty.
Hello?
Bring up the boys, man. Folks, the Pine Bee payroll's been robbed. Pete Belden's been kidnapped. Tell the boys to ride. Hey. Which drawer? down.
Hello, mate.
Some of them. I'm calling the blacksmith now. Charlie, payroll robbery. Meet the sheriff at Pine Creek Court. Pick up Bill and Frank on the
Wagon on the way.